Long live
Manipur!
Ma'am, ma'am, event se haunaba tawjarage. Please settle down. Ma'am, tinbiriba ma'am pumnamakpu ahanba maktada aina ikokno na khurumjari. On behalf of Hyderabad Manipuri Society, I thank everyone who has gathered here for our mass gathering restoration of peace and harmony in Manipur. Before we start our event, I would like to request everyone present here to observe 1 minute of silence in the solidarity with the people of Manipur in the condemnation of the violence, and let's pray together for all those dear and departed souls who have lost their lives. Let us remember all the people of Manipur who are caught in crossfire. So let's all pray together for the peace restoration and harmony in Manipur. Mayam, minute ama akoy lepkhat laga. Let's stand. Everyone, let's stand together and observe this 1 minute of silence to respect all the dear departed souls who have sacrificed for the peace, for the territorial integrity of Manipur. Okay, let's start. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thagachiri Mayambu. Ngasi akoigi event sigi hawdokpaga mari lainana akoigi a musical tribute to our Manipur who is suffering since last 40 days, more than 40 days. We have Sumanjit who will be singing for us and for our state Manipur. Sumanjit, please.
Ihan han bamaktada mega kwai puna makpu ikok nono kuramjari ngasigi thoramasi haudokpagi haudokpaga loina ai isai am kata kudol tamjage mayam gi damakta isai asigi maming imagi shaktam kawi aina ikoi koi dana hanak thorak leba manipur gi fibam asi ururoga isai asi jage bani ato soi kiba lan gi bayar gasu mayam na ngakpi gani tashinada paliba ng ginakongdo. Una-una mitang laba, yauriba ng ginamito. Tana-tana tashinada, paliba ng ginakongdo. Una-una mitang laba, yauriba ng ginamito. Kay kigadaure kang laypa. Oy kre ikingilan bung. Yengduna laibang amlibara Nay hatpiraba imagi syaktam Loire imagi syaktam Toraglo kang laycha Imagi syaktam kalase Paikadlo Kut kulay lakshilo kwang de kwang chen liblero athoba thobi ngaglashay magingam khay ngaglashay magingam khay ngaglashay magingam khay aduga losinjadringayda nongmaithim paharigi yamna isay afauba ima leibakidamagta mana igiba isay am lay adugi isaydagi line ani kata saksage khomlang laman singam loy nangi minungsi chawbi hey ma now yog now kon kau jaroy nangi minungsi chawbi hey ma mayam po na matang lang minasi Imalabag Manipur na Imalabag Manipur na Imalabag Manipur na mayam thank you
Thagatsari Sumanjit Mathang tarak pasadi akhoigi ngasi mayam punbiriba mayam akhoigi gathering se kari maram gino haibadu adugi matangda hawdokcharaga mathang akhoigi ngasi speech pibigadaba yamna leiri hawdokchabada akhoina ngasi manipurdagi yam lapna laaga Hyderabad Telangana haiba state sida akhoi mitai macha mayam pulli base kari gino haiba se akhoi harau ba nungai ba phongtok panate akhoi gi hojik manipur da thokli ba irang kari gi thokli bano kamaina thokhi bano haiba se mayam na loina khangnara ba ngaktani adubu mayam na khangnare hairiba se akhoi gi manipur da leiriba irai cha khaktana khangbagum tawe media da pau hapaktaba taragadi akhoigi India da leiriba akhoigi country sida leiriba mayam sina ikhang khangdaba dawna tawe adubu khange kharadi khangi ba pau se maram je manipur da thoiba irang sagaliba irang hanariba mai thariba mayam se karigi no haibe se it's only one sided story whatever our country is seeing or knowing or learning about the issue that is happening in Manipur is only from the social media platforms and the news. I would say that is only one-sided. We haven't had yet reached to that destination. The story comes out from two sides. Everyone on the social media, one post, thousands of likes, thousands of posts. They're storming at one time. It's unbelievable. That's okay, fine. Active participation. Either from my side or their side, active participation is much needed, like how we are participating and gathering here together. But one question is, do this country know why and how it started, why it's happening? We cannot just fully believe on one single post, one single narrative, Who started? We are not responsible or answerable for who started. My house is burning. If my house is burning, whom I to say, I started, I burned my started. How dare I am to fire my own house, my own home, where I live, where I eat, where I sleep, where I pray. Morning, day and night. That narrative is wrong. May 3rd is very famous. It's trending. May 3rd, Solidarity, Peace Rally. The phrase is a catchphrase right now on every social media platform, on every news channels or a print media. But they don't ask or they don't answer why it started and how it started. You cannot just say my house started burning. If my house is burning, if your house is burning, you have to ask why it started, how it started, who did it. When you don't have answer for all this, why, what, how, where, how do you come to a conclusion that one community started? That is the false blames. To remind you of how it started and why it started, that is the first thing everyone needs to know, either from my community or their community or the rest of the India or the rest of the world. May 3rd, the so-called All Tribal Student Union Manipur, they held a peace solidarity rally. In the name, peace means it should be quiet, it should be peace, no violence. And that rally was not just in Churachandpur, but why national media or everyone is saying peace rally held in Churachandpur, and Meitei community started firing, Meitei community started provoking the other community. Remember that the Peace Solidarity Rally organized by ATSUM, All Tribal Students Union Manipur, it was all over in the rest of the districts in Manipur, including Ukhrul, Tamenglong, Chandel, Senapati, Churachandpur. Did you hear any news from the rest of the districts? They also participated, right? They also walked that rally. The reason why we don't hear news from this other districts is they walked the rally in a peaceful manner as was meant to be. They walked the rally, they completed. उन लोग का शांति से खत्म हो गया. उखरुल में, सेनापति में, तमेंगलोंग में शांति से वो पीस रैली खत्म हो गया. But चुरचानपुर में सिर्फ चुरचानपुर, मोरे, कांगपोकपी first started from Churachandpur. Why it started from there specifically? Why it started from there? ये सवाल पूछना नहीं चाहिए क्या? बाकी सब उन लोग का तो यूनियन है. You are calling this as a union. Then why other part of the district they completed the rally peacefully, and why the other side of the district people start facing this chaos? Having said that, when we gathered, if we see, for an example, to gather this peace protest, we have taken prior permissions from the Telangana government, from the state police. We have our respected SIR securities here to protect us, to safeguard this event so that nothing happens, because we are here for a peace. But that rally on May 3rd, even if it was called Solidarity Peace Rally, we don't see any state police, state force securing the rally. When it's our constitutional right, it's in our law that if you are having a public gathering, the state, they need to take a prior permission from the state. They might have taken, I'm not sure. But why? It is very evident. We have seen the videos, right? We have seen the videos. It's very evident. When they are walking for a peace rally, you see personals with the uniform holding AK-47. How do you call that a peace rally? I will not even say they fired. Holding that gun, holding the weapon, how do you call that as a peace rally? That answer, that question is not, it's still there. It's हवा में खो गया. कोई भी बात करना नहीं चाहता है. क्यों रैली में गन उठा के क्यों जाना है? When you are calling that ये शांति का रैली है. और नेक्स्ट इज, ये रैली क्यों हुआ था? चौरचान पर छोड़ दो, मणिपुर में असुम ने ये रैली क्यों किया था? That is the point that everyone need to understand. I'm not saying हम जानते हैं, but जो सोशल मीडिया न्यूज में फैला रहे हैं ना, misinterpretations, wrong informations, we have to clarify that. The rally was held by the student union, tribal student union, because they are against the granting scheduled tribe ST to the Meitei community. High Court, Manipur High Court asked the state government that there was a proposal, a demand for the Meiteis to get scheduled tribe. It's a procedure. ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई हमें ST चाहिए आज कल मिल जाए. It's a long procedure. तो हाई कोर्ट ने बोला कि ये जो प्रोसेस है प्रोग्रेस करने के लिए स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को डॉक्यूमेंट्स इकट्ठे करके सेंटर को देना है. ये तो नहीं बोला ना कि मणिपुरी लोगों को ST दे देंगे 5 दिन में. 5 दिन का बफर टाइम दिया था टू सबमिट दोस डॉक्यूमेंट्स. ठीक है, अपना हक का डिमांड करना राइट है हमारा. India is a democratic country, one of the biggest democratic country. We have the right to ask. We have the right to demand. And also we have the right to oppose what they did on May 3rd. I appreciate. अगर मेरे डिसीजन में आपको गलत लगता है, आप उसको अपोज कर रहे हो, I agree. I respect that. But it doesn't mean that opposing my decision means you start a war. हाई कोर्ट का ऑर्डर था. आप लोग उन लोगों को प्रॉब्लम होता तो हाई कोर्ट में जाना था. उन लोगों को रैली किया, ठीक है, लेकिन वायलेंस कैसे स्टार्ट हुआ? The answer lies there. The answer is there. When the rest of the other district, when they stopped the rally peacefully, and why it was just happening in Churchandpur, Kangpokpi and More. This situation, this conflict is going, it's almost 40 days plus, and there are almost 75,000 people that are displaced. I would say that people have died, people lost their life, the houses are burned down, 75,000 people, they are in relief camp. No matter how long this war, this conflict takes, maybe कल खत्म हो जाएगा, ठीक है, कल गवर्नमेंट बोलेगा भाई ये वॉर खत्म कर दो, शांति लेके आओ, देख शांति आ गया कल. But what will happen to those 75,000 people? वापस अपने गांव जाएंगे, वापस अपने घर जाएंगे. Here I'm not just talking about my Meitei community, okay? I'm talking about their community, for both the communities who have lost lives, who have lost their houses. जब अपने अपने घर जाएंगे, घर नहीं दिखेगा, मिट्टी में मिल गया है घर. If my community जितना जो रिलीफ कैंप में है अपने अपने घर पे जाएगा, इम्फाल वापस आएगा या फिर चौरचानपुर वापस जाएगा, they are not going to see the house. शायद इम्फाल में तो उन लोग का घर भी मिल जाए, लेकिन चौरचानपुर में नहीं है. All turned into ashes. How do this government expect those 75,000 people to restart? एक घर बनाना एक दिन का काम नहीं है. चलो बना लेंगे, वो हेल्प कर देंगे, सेंटर से पैसे दे देंगे, 3-4 महीने में घर बन जाएगा। लाइफ स्टार्ट करना इजी है क्या? लोग काम करके अपने पसीने से पैसे कमा के एक घर बनाते हैं, वहां पे फैमिली रहते हैं। Why do we call a home? Definition of home समझ में नहीं आते, घर को यूं ही जला दिया। And if they are talking about burning the churches, yes, it's wrong to burn anything. That's a worshipping place. जो भी रिलीजन हो, जो भी कम्युनिटी हो, हर कम्युनिटी का, हर रिलीजन का जो भगवान रहता है, जो बिलीव करता है, बर्निंग दैट प्लेस इज रॉन्ग। बट मीडिया में क्या है, इतने सारे चर्चेस बर्न हो गया, जला दिया, ये चर्च जला दिया, वो चर्च जला दिया। कभी सुना है मितई कम्युनिटी का कितना टेम्पल्स जला है? कभी सुना है? नहीं ना, क्योंकि हर एक घर जो मितई कम्युनिटी का है, हमारे मितई घर का हर एक घर, हमारे घर के अंदर प्रेयर टेम्पल है। घर के अंदर सुबह होते ही हम लोग वहीं पे प्रेयर करते हैं, शाम को वहीं पे प्रेयर करते हैं। घर से जब काम के लिए बाहर निकलते हैं, वही प्रेयर करके घर से बाहर निकलते हैं। एंड दैट हाउस हैज बीन बर्न डाउन। दैट मीन्स ईच एंड एवरी हाउस इज रिप्रेजेंट्स आवर टेम्पल। Why this media is not mentioning our temples? It's not just one-sided. आप लोग बोल रहे हैं ethnic cleansing, एक साइड का इतने लोग मर गए। If they are throwing stones at me, there will be a bounce back. अगर उन लोग के साइड में मर रहे हैं, आप लोग बोल रहे हो इसने मार दिया, इसने मार दिया, एक साइड में क्या हो रहा है वो कवर क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो? मीडिया में कवर क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो? हमारे साइड में, मितई कम्युनिटी के साइड में जो मर रहे हैं लोग, जो झेल रहे हैं, रात को औरत, इंक्लूडिंग माय मॉम, रात को 2-3 बजे तक रोड में सब वुमेन फॉक्स गैदर करके विजिलेंट करना पड़ता है ताकि कुछ ना हो। दिन को मेरा भाई, मेरा बाप, जो कम्युनिटी के सारे लोग मणिपुर में जो है प्रोटेक्ट कर रहे हैं। At the age of 60-70 years, my parents, your parents, their parents, they are supposed to be resting. They are supposed to be retiring, enjoying with their life, with their grandchildren, whatsoever the lifestyle is. It's not worth it. Why they are still suffering at this moment? Why the children have to suffer? Why the farmers have to suffer? अभी 2 महीना लगातार चल रहा है ये इशू, ये जला दिया, वो जला दिया, मार दिया, इसने ये बोल दिया, उसने वो कह दिया। अगले साल हम लोग को खाने के लिए दाना नहीं मिलने वाले, क्योंकि वहां पे खेती नहीं हो रहा है। अभी खेत में लोग मर रहे हैं, where it's supposed to grow rice to feed us, most probably will die hungry next year. Is that what our government expecting? And I just want to end this and my speech, a question to the Indian government, respectable Prime Minister Narendra Modi and our Home Minister Amit Shah. Why there is no resolution till now? Home Minister visited our Manipur after 20 days. After almost 20 days, after the houses, 203 houses were burned down. When I say burned down or killed, I'm not talking about Mitai community, I'm talking about both the communities. Orissa में जब train accident हुआ, Prime Minister reached there, just like that. It feels like fraction of second he was there. वहां पे जब जल रहा था, उस दिन May 3rd को जब जल रहा था, our Home Minister and our Prime Minister were busy doing election campaign in Karnataka entire day. हर संडे को, आज के संडे को मन की बात होता है. Did our respected Prime Minister talk about the issue that is happening in Manipur? Why the government is silent? We don't want any fight. We want only peace. मणिपुर एक जगह है जहाँ पे बहुत सारे communities 2000 साल से साथ में रहते आए हैं. We don't want divide. We don't want separate administration, and we will not let happen. Manipur is my home. Manipur is my house. And we will not let this house divide into pieces for the sake of some random reasons that is not acceptable. And we will not let anyone, either our state government or India government, sell my house without my permission. Thank you, everyone. Following this, we have other speakers who want to share what is happening and why is happening. I want to call upon Jagat, who will be briefing you about the another major topic, suspension of order, narco-terrorism, and poppy plantation. The topics where it's hiding somewhere behind the screen or behind a table, where someone or something is going on and they want to cover up. So Jagat, please. He will be sharing few words with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mona. The next topic on the SU, suspension of operation, is very complex and okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So I was telling the next topic of suspension of operation is a very complex and very sensitive issue, and we should be careful about it. Having said that, with the recent violence, why we need to relook at the suspension of operation is a very critical at this juncture. Okay. So yeah, as Mona was saying that, what is peace meant to be when we have, what is peace meant to be when we have sophisticated AK-47 holding them and, marching in the peace rally on the unfortunate 3rd of May. So the logic is, no civilian can do that, right? No civilian can do that. And what is the meaning of peace with the AK-47? It is meant to be violent for the AK-47 guns. So just to highlight a high level of what is SU, which is suspension of operation, I'd like to give a few minutes on that. Yeah. SU stands for suspension of operations, and in the counterterrorism or insurgency problem faced in our northeast states, SU is a process where it is next step to the peace building process or the final stage. And in 2008, effective from 2008, the three parties, Union government, Indian government, the state government, which is the Manipur in particular here, and a conglomerate of Kuki insurgent groups has entered into an agreement that, the operation should be held. In layman terms, ceasefire, right? Meaning no illegal activities, no violence, no fresh recruitment, no extortion on the national highways, etc. There are lots of things, right? Now, just to say how complex is the SU in terms from the Kuki militants, broadly we have two organizations or umbrellas. One is the KNO, which stands for Kuki National Organizations. Then the other one is the UPF, United People's Front. And how complex? Under these two fronts, for example, UPF, it has constituted of, again, 8 different armed groups. Now, 8 seems to be low, right? S seems to be low. But then in the KNO, it has 11 militant groups under that umbrella. So we have a very complex situation here which the union government has to deal with. Now, why I bring Sue over here? As per the agreement, the arms and the cartridges has to be locked in the designated camps, and the locks should be a double layer locks. One from the militant side, the lock key should be there, the other one should be from the union side, which is on ground implemented by the paramilitary force, which is Assam Rifles. So having this very complex locking system, how can a militant person have the gun and have the guts to carry that gun in front of the rally? It doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense. So we are suspicious of Sioux militants group inciting this violence. And of course, why it is not suspicious? It is suspicious because it has been going on for long. If it has been incited by the civilian, it should last only 2-3 days at the max, right? Okay. And now having said that, let's go back a few days before the May 3rd. 1 week before, from a designated camp, the arms has been looted by another organizations. Now, we said it is a pre-plan. I'm a civilian, I don't have context, but it is the investigation team or the union government has to look at. For now, it hasn't been looked at it. Okay? So first case, the arms has been looted. And then a few years back, I mean the last year, from the Manipur government side, it is recommended or said directly to the center that issue has to be revoked because of so many fact-driven, violation of the code of conduct of the Sioux. Right. Okay. So it is clear for now that the Sioux is a very complex, and then it has to be reviewed by now, which the central government still doesn't do yet. Okay. Now, how Sioux and the surrounding, I would say, how the Sioux is impacting the overall livelihood of the people of the Manipur state and how it will impact the future. It is also a very critical, complex topic in the sense that for a large militant organization to be exist operations, it has to have a sourcing funding and where the funds come from and where they are operated. Remember, I am not naming the Kuki community as a whole. For a larger Kuki Sin Mizo community, they have a dream Kuki land, which they call Jalam or Nagaland, Jalengam, okay? And for the Jalengam, it's not even inside the Indian territory itself. You have seen in the geopoliticals, we have the Bangladesh-Chittagong district track and the Burma side plus the Indian side. Now, if you follow the recent track of the news, from the two different countries, the militants has been taken down or it has been chased out. And what is this implication? Now, it might be union government doesn't have enough information, we don't know. But it is clear and very logical that when the two other countries have taken actions on the militant group, why not the Indian government? On the militant group, why not the Indian government? Right. And again, with the influx is the main criteria we are dealing over here. And before I come to the complex number of these influx things, which is not available as of now because of some certain restriction in the procedure, in the bordering state of the Myanmar, in the bordering state of our Manipur, Mizoram, with legal procedure, if my memory serves well, they have on record 35 to 40,000 of refugees on record. And where they are coming from? They are coming from the Myanmar that has been flushed out by the military junta. Now let's see these questions. When our neighboring state has so much of this influx, do you think or logical that, in our Manipur state, there could be some few thousands, not even thousands, few hundreds as claimed by the Kuki scholar? It doesn't make sense. And moreover, Why is there so much of resistance for a particular community that, the check of the citizenship of India should be implemented and, restored as per the normal for constitution procedure. Now, if we recall, in Manipur, the recent BJP government, or I am just having the political parties, no offense on that, they have taken a very proactive, they have started the very proactive measures on checking the illegal immigrants, or the refugees as we term in layman term. Now, in that, it was started for a few weeks. In that few week process, we surveyed on the 3 districts of hilly regions. It has been found that close to 4,000 of them have identified Burmese refugee. Right. Now, there was a claim, and then the lacks of procedures, reasons from the Kuki community. The government has respected on that and hold the process for a while and reached out to the Center for a Foreign Refugee Program, which the country of our, unfortunately, the country has that kind of program. Right. So, I'm lost my word when the Kuki scholars have taken stands on 2 things. They deny the fact that there is no illegal migrants. If it is there are few things in terms of hundreds. And at the same time, second point, why they are agitating against or refuse the process of identifying the illegal immigrants with due constitutional procedure. So this is the contradictory fact ideas to opposite ideas which normal people cannot be, think about it. Now, I have lots of data which we can show that, the proximity likelihood of population growth and the influx of the refugee can be estimated. But having said that, from the records in 2012, in 2022, just in 2022, do you know how many Kuki new village registrations has been, processed to the government, asked for the approval? Out of 966 new villages registration, or the request for the new villages registration, only 5 villages from our Naga inhabited population. The rest are Kuki inhabited areas. Now, does this give sign that there's some influx or some high abnormal growth rate in the Kuki dominated areas? So, I want to align with this high influx that since our population is very small compared to the rest, and we are in danger of non-existence in the few years. I'm afraid it may be in the next 10 years if the trends continues. So why not? And it is right for us to demand some constitutional procedure or framework under which we can be safeguarded from the other influx. When I say other influx, I am not terming or identifying Indian citizens or the foreign countries. Among our constitution, under the constitution, there could be some adjustment for the our fellow citizens here. But I cannot, or you cannot deny the fact that we should allow other immigrants, that is the foreigner immigrants. So we need to have some procedure, constitutional procedure, which our organizations, civil organizations are doing, and it is right time we have to support at the full heart. Now, we have seen 2 things, how complex is the issue and how is the influx of the populations, how it can change the demographic populations of the few indigenous people of Manipur, and what could be the impact. Right. Now, the story doesn't end here. The story doesn't end here. You see, the government of Manipur, even though it is led to realize, led to wake up, in 2008, they have taken a strong stance against the drug menace problem in the state of Manipur. That's why in 2020, they have the Manipur State Policy of Psychoanalysis Substance Policy. It was effective on 2020, but the policy was being drafted in 2019. Okay, and I will not go on the list of the NAV. Narcotic departments have arrested or NAV the abuse substance. The abuse substance are many things. You name it, opium. You name it. The WY tablets. These are a narcotic substance. I'm leaving the list. I'm considering here the least addictive substance like the ganja. So I will not go on further about the data, but just for your information, in early till 2017 to early 2023, there is almost 1,700 cases of opium arrested by the Manipur State Department. It's on the record. You can check at the NAB department, Narcotics Department. It's on the record. Now, this is a huge grim features for the future of Manipur. Now, the other one, where is this opium come from? Yeah, where is this opium come from? I would say the opium is coming from, not even from the Myanmar for now. It's right there in our place in the Manipur states. We have a large, vast tract of lands. Almost all the Kuki inhabited areas are poppy plantations. Right. So by now I can say that the government into the early 2023 till 2023, they have almost 20,000 acres of poppy plantation destroyed. Now this is the grim of the situation, and also you have to remember the fact that our bordering state Manipur is close to the Golden Triangles, the drug mafia. Right. So with these few facts, since it's a very sensitive issues, I will not go into length, but bring up to the fact that it is high time we have to stand for our indigenous right to protect it, and at the same time with the recent violence, I like to conclude with this one point. With so much of life, over 100 plus and 1,000 plus of house destroyed, why our Honorable Prime Minister is still silent, not even a single word as of now? And at the same time, most importantly, why is not the right time to review the SU agreement, which is the main cause of the violation in the states? So with this fact, I'd like to introduce my new next speaker, and he will talk about why ST, the civil tribe, demands and its implication is necessary at the moment. Yeah, thank you.
We will come back with the present burning situation, scheduled tribe, after my brother addressed something in the local dialect here.
ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసిన మీడియా మిత్రులు వాళ్ళందరినీ ఏదైతే ఫ్రంట్ రోలో ఉన్నారో ఫ్రంట్ రోలో ప్లేస్ని ఆక్రమించాలని కోరుకుంటున్నాను. మీడియా మిత్రులు ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసినటువంటి మీడియా మిత్రులని ముందు రోలో ఆక్రమించాల్సిందిగా కోరుకుంటున్నాను. యారగది మమాంగ్ ద ఫంబీరిబ ఇచే ఇచల్ మయాం రోమ ఖతంగ్ చథ వినబ అఖోయిగి రిక్వెస్ట్ తౌజరి మమాంగి రోసే మీడియాగద కైనో తౌజకే. మీడియా మిత్రులు పక్కపక్కన నిల్చోవడం కంటే ముందు రోలో కూర్చోవలసిందిగా కోరుకుంటున్నాను. mayam wangang bahawdringai gi mamangda akhoi ngasai laubadang na slogan se amukasu law se ningsingjari phone hangdok piro adugo khoi ngarang WhatsApp ta forward tawgiba screenshot natraga slogan mayam do hangdok piro adugo slogan law no ningsingjari. Long live! Long live! Save Manipur! Save people! Save indigenous people! Narco-terrorists! Poppy plantation! Illegal immigrants! Stop playing! We condemn! We want Himalaya back now! Long live! Save Manipur! Save indigenous people! Narco-terrorists! Poppy plantation! Illegal immigrants! Stop playing! We want Himalaya back now! स्लोगन से अमुक कसु हन्ना लाउजगे मयाम स्लोगन लाउद प्ले कार्ड सिंग दो मथक थांगत पियो अदुनसु मीडिया की माइके द फजगनी सेम साबिरो लाउजरगे Long live! Save Manipur! Save people! Save indigenous people! Narco-terrorists! Poppy plantation! Illegal immigrants! Stop playing! We condemn! We want Himalaya back now! Long live! Save Manipur! Save people! Narco-terrorists! Poppy plantation! Illegal immigrants! Himalaya back now! Long live! Long live! We want Himalaya back now! narco terrorist, poppy plantation, illegal immigrants, stop playing. Narco terrorist, poppy plantation, illegal immigrants, stop playing. Manipur Imana, Imalay Bagna, poppy plantation, narco terrorists, illegal immigrants, stop playing.
Thank you everyone. अभी मैं केबी केबी कुंदर 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 मैं कुंदर यार now I request our respected Pravin sir, who is a social activist in Hyderabad, to share some words with us, who has come here to support the cause, support the peace that we want in Manipur. Thank you, sir, for participating our peace protest here, and I would like you to share some words with us, supporting our cause to bring the peace and harmony in Manipur. Thank you.
It is very unfortunate seeing the consequences in Manipur, what's happening. So it's not a Manipur issue or Manipur violence, it's related to Indian democratic system. So every Indian has to think about that issue. मेरे को क्या होने का है मणिपुर में हो रहा बोल के नई बात करना, हर इंडियन सोचना पड़ेगा इशू के बारे में. ये मताई और कुकुस के बारे में नहीं, ये लड़ाई जो है ना भारत और उग्रवाद के बीच में है बोलते मैं समझता हूँ. जो बॉर्डर म्यांमार पे 400 किलोमीटर का बॉर्डर में जो 10 किलोमीटर का फेंसिंग 20 किलोमीटर का फेंसिंग है, गवर्नमेंट सोचना सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट इमीडिएट एक्शन लेना, वो फेंसिंग बनाना चाहिए. और क्या है वो जो इलीगल माइग्रेंट्स आ रहे, ओनली माइग्रेंट्स नहीं आ रहे, पाकिस्तान से टेररिस्ट भी आ रहे, बांग्लादेश से टेररिस्ट भी आ रहे. और जो AK-47 से फायरिंग हो रहा बोले तो किधर से इन लोगों को फंडिंग हो रहा, किधर से वेपन्स आ रहे, हर आदमी सोचने की बात है. ये पूरा इंडिया को बहुत सिक्योरिटी वाइज इश्यू होने वाला है. ये गवर्नमेंट जो है ना बाकी स्टेट्स भी रिएक्ट होके ये डेफिनेटली ये लोग सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट पे प्रेशर लेके आना चाहिए. ये फेंसिंग क्यों है, इतना कम फेंसिंग क्यों है? आज उधर मणिपुर में हो रहा बोल के नहीं सोचना, कल हैदराबाद में भी बम ब्लास्ट हो सकता है. मणिपुर से म्यांमार से मणिपुर आएगा, मणिपुर से आने की इंडिया में तो कैसा चेकिंग है सबको मालूम है. कोई इंटेग्रल कोई इनसाइड बदरा ये सिक्योरिटी नहीं है. कल लुम्बिनी पार्क में हुआ, गोकुल चाट में हुआ, कोई भी आतंकवाद इंडिया में घुसने के लिए इजी है. खाली अपना दुश्मन पाकिस्तान नहीं है, दुश्मन बांग्लादेश है. और सबसे सोचने की बात ये है, जो नारकोटिक्स सबसे डेंजरस सिचुएशन में इंडिया है, ड्रग्स, इसके बारे में सोचो. म्यांमार बॉर्डर में क्या हो रहा है, बॉर्डर में पूरा नारकोटिक्स का प्लांट्स, पूरा ड्रग्स आ रहा है. ड्रग्स का फंडिंग किधर जाएगा? टेररिस्ट को जाएगा. फिर टेररिस्ट प्रॉब्लम करेगा, मणिपुर को नहीं इंडिया को प्रॉब्लम होगा. ये हर इंडियन सोचने की बात है. हर इंडियन सोचना, हर इंडियन रिएक्ट होना, हर इंडियन सोशल मीडिया बेस करके हर बड़ा लीडर को आप क्वेश्चन करो क्या हो रहा है. मणिपुर इश्यू मणिपुर का नहीं है, पूरा भारत देश का इश्यू है बोल के आप सब समझना चाहिए. तो हमारी तरफ से, हमारा धर्म रक्षा की तरफ से, हमारा हैदराबाद के जितने भी हिंदू युवा सेना की तरफ से, सब लोग की तरफ से मणिपुर को कभी भी जरूरत है हमारी तरफ से प्रार्थना करेंगे, सपोर्ट करेंगे. जय मणिपुर. थैंक यू वेरी मच. ये भाषण देने के अवकाश दिए, थैंक यू वेरी मच. Long live. Save Manipur. Save India. Save people. Save life.
Narco terrorist, poppy plantation, illegal immigrants, stop playing. We want Himalaya back now. Long live. Save Manipur. Narco terrorist, poppy plantation, illegal immigrants. Long live. We want.
Thank you. Now, please settle down. Moving on to the most burning topic now. Mayam, amta settle to biyu ba?
Long live Manipur! Save Manipur! Save India! Save people! Save life! Jammu terrorism! Down, down! Copy constitution! Down, down! Illegal down, down! No very second down!
ప్రాతినిధ్యాన్ని వహించే మైతై కమ్యూనిటీ అంతరించిపోయే అవకాశం ఉంది. దీనిని కాపాడుకోవడానికి కోసం కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వాన్ని ఎన్ఆర్సీ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయాల్సిందిగా ఎలక్టరల్ 1951 లేదా కొంచెం ఆలస్యమైన 20 సంవత్సరాల తర్వాత 1971 ప్రకారం ఎన్ఆర్సీ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయాల్సిందిగా కోరుతున్నాను. ఎన్ఆర్సీ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తే ఎవరైతే సరిహద్దు దాటి ఇక్కడ అడ్డగోలుగా స్థిరపడుతూ ఉన్నారో వాళ్ళకి సిటిజన్షిప్ అనేది లేకుండా పోతుంది. అలాగే ఎస్టీ స్టేటస్ పొందాలని చెప్పి ఇది కూడా మా ఆందోళన వ్యక్తం చేస్తున్నాము.
మణిపూర్లో అసలు బాగలేదు, తినడానికి అన్నం లేదు, తను తినడానికి కూర లేదు. ఇప్పుడు చాలా పరిస్థితి అసలు బాగలేదు. ఇల్లు కూడా
Save Manipur! Save people!
ఇండియా గవర్నమెంట్
Save indigenous people! Narco terrorists! Poppy plantation! Illegal immigrants! Stop playing! We condemn! We want! Iman Lebatna!
Our demands are the center to take immediate action, the center to send peace committee, investigate what is going to happen there. So please allow us to regain our normalcy. Let's stop fighting. We have been living here for thousands of years together, and this is not the and this is not going to end the national integrity of Manipur. My name is
See now, guys, I'm going to continue our demand for peace, starting with the epicenter of the violence. ST demand is our right. You need to go back to the history of Manipur. Everyone knows we have We have a strong cultural history which is more than 2,000 years. We were the last princely state to be conquered by the British Empire. Then, when Britishers left, we were a princely state, sovereign country. When we got merged with the Indian Union in 1949, the government is still continuing the divide and rule policy. If you look at the topography of Manipur, we have only 10% of Manipur, which you see in this map, which is habitable, and it is mostly occupied by the majority of the Meiteis, including other tribes. They can settle there. Why we are demanding? Okay. The ST demand is not the issue. It is diverted. The ST demand, the High Court has just given an instruction to the state government to initiate the process. We've been demanding this for a very long time. I'm not saying that I want ST or I want SC or, I don't want to get into this political angle. What I'm really asking the people of India is, say for example, in Telangana, if only the Hyderabadis are allowed to stay in Hyderabad and they are restricted to stay in other districts, what will the Hyderabadis feel? This is the same thing that we feel. It is not about reservation. It is not about this disparity. This is about our livelihood. This is about our national security. This is about our rights. We have been demanding. A lot of ethnicity groups in Manipur have been demanding different agendas. Like, say, the Naga brothers are demanding a separate state. The Kuki community today, they are demanding a separate state. But if you look at the history, we have a history written, we have facts. I'm not against all the Kukis. I'm only against those Kukis who have migrated from different parts of Myanmar, different parts of Bangladesh. I'm only against them. In a state which is a landlocked, we are border to Myanmar, which is about 400 kilometers. And that 400 kilometers, only 10 kilometers are fenced. So all the other 380 kilometers is unfenced. And anybody can come, and there is no jurisdiction, there is no security for us. So, the violence which started on the 3rd of May, it is an eruption of different issues. I don't want to dwell in that issue. The current burning issue is, why is the central government not taking action after 45 days? We want to understand why we are left out. We want to understand why we are left to kill each other. Enough is enough. All the media, all the people of India should come up with one single voice. We want peace. In war, no one wins. We can continue fighting, we can continue killing each other, but what will happen to Manipur in this map? Do you want this map to be disintegrated into different ethnicity groups? You want this state to be split into multiple jurisdictions, multiple administrations? No, we don't want that. We want one singular Manipur, and I'm talking on behalf of all the Manipuris who have been living there for thousands and thousands of years. Just you can look at yesterday, they organized a similar kind of event. They were all wearing black. We were wearing white because we want peace. And also,
if you look at the social media, no one is talking about peace except for the Maitais. Except for the Maitais, no one is talking about peace. Why? Lot of wars have been fought in this world, but at the end there is a peaceful dialogue. I'm requesting the Kuki communities to come forward for a peaceful dialogue. And yesterday I saw something in social media, and I was debating in Twitter. How dare they insult our Maira Paidis? How dare they insult our Imas? We have a history for that. Our Imas and Maira Paidis stood up for us. But I don't want them to insult them. Instead of that, let's come forward. Let's rely on the center for a peace committee. And please understand, peace cannot be from one side. We have been shouting, we have been crying for peace. What will happen to our future? What will happen to my daughter? When we go back, if we don't have a homeland, what will happen to them? We have a strong history, and that cannot be manipulated. It's not the time for us to find out who started, why it started. No, enough. Those things are not for the civilians. Those things are for the government, for the central government to come and do investigation. People are talking about illegal immigrants. Yes, it is happening in Manipur. I don't want to share my land with the illegal immigrants. They are foreigners. They don't have right in the Indian Constitution. We need to flush them out. And if they really think for their motherland, for their homeland, why they are not allowing us to implement the NRC Act? Tell me why. This is for us together as Manipuris. You know, there are 35 indigenous tribes in Manipur, and Maitai is one of them. We are the first one, the hill tribe. We've been living there for centuries. And today, with the second wave and the third wave of immigrants coming into Manipur and demanding a homeland in my state, we will not agree. There should be a central policy to take care of refugees. Why India is silent? Manipur is a landlocked state. We don't have anything. I don't understand why they're blocking the highways. If you're going to demand your homeland, why do you have to block the highways? People are suffering today. Lack of medicine, lack of food, lack of essential commodities. Government of India should act immediately and stop this nonsense of blocking the highways. And they are talking about social disparity. What happened to all the funds? Tribal Development Fund, Hill Development Fund. We want accountability. Yes. And I'll come back to the ST status again. We have Caesar Hospital, we have Ras Medicity Hospitals, we have classic hotels. They are not government-owned property. They are private properties. They should be allowed to buy land in the hills so that the hill people can develop. Yes. All these victims, if there is any medical emergency, they have to come to Imphal. It is a sad part. We should be allowed to change the Land Reform Act of 1960, and today we are in 2023. So many years. Still, the same law is prevailing in Manipur. Why can't we all fight together so that there is a singular platform for growth? It is not only building roads and highways. It is about building schools, colleges, hospitals, shopping malls and hotels. Then only the entire Manipur will develop. Let's fight together, my brother Cookies, my brother Nagas. This land is for all of us. If you want to disintegrate, we will fight till the end so that the entire integrity of Manipur is intact. So many wars have been fought. We are the elder brothers. We are safeguarding this nation, this land for thousands and thousands of years. And just look at, it is a tiny dot in the Indian map. Only some 22,000 square kilometers. You want this to be disappeared from the map of India? Tell me, do you want this to be wiped off from the map of India? No! Then, let's all fight together for peace. It is for the future of my daughter, it is for the future of my people, and this is the future of my country. And also, one very important thing the media is hiding, narco-terrorism. I went to Manipur last year. I climbed the Siroi hill, 16 kilometers, carrying my heavy camera. There are no trees left. It is one part of the hill. I asked my mom, should I go to Churachampur? She said no. Why? I'm a Maitai, I'm a Manipuri, I'm an Indian. Why can't I go to Churachampur to see the mountains? We are talking about deforestation, climate change. Manipur today is not Manipur that used to be 20, 30 years back. The temperature has rose. We are not like, it used to be. When I was growing up, I don't remember when I put the fan on. Today, if you go back, you have to switch on the fan in summer. Why? Because 10% of that area of Manipur is the only place where more than 70% of the population is living. We don't have a piece of land. So, it's not about the fight for land, but it's also demand for equal distribution of resources. And let me tell you one more example. Our Maitais, our Tangkhus, our Cookies living in Imphal who have purchased properties, they pay property tax to the revenue department. In the hills, nobody pays tax. And they're saying there is disparity. I feel pity when I spoke to a couple of my hill friends. Hey, you guys can take collateral with your land to apply for student loans, to apply for bank loans. We can't. Why can't we all fight together and change it? This is our constitutional right to change it. We can't still be living in those British era, divide and rule, divide and rule. What is the difference of altitude between Imphal and Churachandpur? It's not even 200, 300. And still we are divided. Another burning issue is narco-terrorism. They have destroyed more than 22,000 acres of Indian reserve forests to plant poppy. How do you think they have this exponential wealth? And few days back, there was a viral article in Twitter. They're saying they funded the election. We help you to come to Northeast India. We helped you in 2017 and 2019. Please wake up. Next time we have to choose the right leader. Whoever is there in Manipur, they're not doing anything for Manipur. They're only concerned about their personal agenda. Let's stop it. What will happen to this nation if free drugs have been infiltrated into the mainland India? India, please wake up. Drug abuse, war on drugs is not only Manipur issue. It is the entire humanity issue. Please understand this. We need to stop this. Otherwise, it is going to be a world issue and we are to be blamed. The India government has to be blamed if we don't control it now. Also, another sad thing, we are blaming each other. It is not the time to blame each other. We are civilians. We don't have the authority to blame each other. Let the concerned authority, the state government, the central government, take their responsibility. Let them do it. And let's stop spreading fake lies in the social media. If you open Twitter, if you open Facebook, if you open any newspaper in this country or article or YouTube channel, there is always a one-sided story. I am standing here to tell you that, listen, we also have our story. Our people have been died, our houses have been burned. No. I don't want to say this because they have already done it. They have already infiltrated with their fake lies to the entire nation that we are the culprit. But let's give some time, let's investigate, instead of pinpointing and fingering that Maitai started, Cookie started. This will never end. Yesterday I also heard that they have displayed some victims' names. When you die, in your blood, in your DNA, is there a Cookie? Is there a Maitai? Is there a Tangkhul? Is there a Naga? It's human's life. Do you think in my blood is black? No. Your blood, my blood is red. It's equal. When humans' life is threatened, why India is staying quiet? Why the Union government is staying quiet? We have the largest army in the world. This violence is not even 10 days for them. Why we are left to suffer? This is a big question that we have to ask. Instead of dwelling, who started, I started, you started, Maitais are this, Maitais are that. The media people, please be mindful of the fact that true journalism is to produce the real story. Not the propaganda stories, not the strategies they have put in your head, in your brain. You have to come, you have to really understand the ground reality. There are a lot of people who are saying, oh, you Maitais are like this. It hurts me. Oh, you Maitais have done this. You Maitais have burned churches. What about our Maitai Christians? Maitai? They've burned a lot of houses. And every household in Manipur, which is with the Maitai community, we have the Sanamai, we have the Pakhanga, we have the Lining Toe. We also have a temple inside. If you burn, if you destroy a Maitai house, it's like destroying a temple. It's not about the numbers, it's about integrity. It hurts the sentiment. So, my humble request to the government of India, to the concerned authorities, to the Indian Army, save Manipur. Let's go back to normalcy. I don't want to say we want NRC, we want SD, we want blah, we want blah. Enough. Let's fight together so that we can save this piece of land for the future generations. And I don't want this to be disintegrated and split into multiple fragments. And last but not the least, thank you for all your support. This is not a one-sided fight. This is a singularity for all the people living in Manipur. Thank you.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯏꯚꯦꯟꯁꯦ ꯂꯣꯏꯁꯤꯜꯂꯛꯄꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯨꯡ ꯏꯟꯅ ꯋꯥꯍꯩ ꯈꯔꯒ ꯍꯥꯏꯖꯒꯦ ꯃꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯇꯤꯜꯂꯤꯕꯁꯦ ꯍꯔꯥꯎ ꯇꯌꯥꯝꯕ ꯐꯣꯡꯗꯣꯛꯄ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯀꯦꯖꯟ ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯏꯚꯦꯟꯁꯦ